So huge change. Now when you transform, you no longer get the beast hit points. So it used to be where you transform into the beast and you start out with their hit points. And once those hit points are reduced to 0, you go back to being your original druid, and you have your hit points that you had prior to transforming. Now you don't. Now you keep your druid hit points, and you do get a temporary hit point bonus, but that is equal to your druid level. So starting at level 3, you wild shape and you get 3 extra hit points.
This is
huge nerf.
This is a major nerf.
Yeah.
I wonder why. This is crazy. Because, well, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, lock me up. I am guilty of some druid fuckery, turning into like a T-Rex and stuff, and being like, I have 100 hit points, because you would get the beast hit points, and then of course they'll like whatever damage that killed the beast would then still transfer over to you, so there was still a cost. I say quote unquote cost, but you were definitely taking advantage of basically getting like 30 hit points for free.
Well, that was one of the big perks. That's the not necessarily a constitution buff, but a life buff, as far as making druids a more beefy and tanky class, is to be up in the mix, because they could, turn into a gorilla and go in there and throw swings around and take some hits and not be afraid of dying immediately, because then you just go back into being a druid and resuming your own hit points.
And basing it on druid level is crazy. Okay, just to jump the gun a little bit, you get a bonus if you do decide to do the beast master or whatever druid. You do get a slight bonus, but it is still based on druid level. And best case scenario, you're like level 15 and it's 15 hit points.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when you're at low level, your beast shapes were kind of squishy anyway. So what? You're a rat with 1 HP, so immediately you come out of rat wild shape. So at least now you can stay. So they did clarify that you revert back to your druid shape when you are incapacitated. So
or you die.
Yeah, or you die. But I think that means that, if you are a snake and you take more than 1 hit point of damage, you don't turn back into a druid. You still maintain that shape. So you can kind of, I guess, fake it for longer if deception was your jam, or if you are in a tight spot physically and you need to be that small little guy.
It does give you more options to act as an animal and to keep the beast benefits.
You don't immediately come out of wild shape when you take
healed as
1 hit point of damage.
Yeah.
So I do like that. I like preserving the option at those low levels, or those really weenie creatures that were the lower challenge rating.
That's true, because if you did want to do some snaky, ratty things
that are just squishy little guys,
you
get stepped on and suddenly you're like, oh, I'm an elf again.
That's a benefit. You're swaying me.